This job market is freaking crazy. Let's talk about it. So a quick Google search tells us that high inflation and the threat of a potential downturn are casting a dark shadow over the labor market. For much of 2023, companies felt like a recession was looking around the corner and pulled back on hiring as a result, and it's still kind of going on. For those of you that haven't seen my series on my Instagram and my TikTok on my job search experiment, take a look at that and you'll see how things have changed. So I did the same experiment back in October, and really how it was is so different. So back in October, I got 3 job offers within a week and things were going really fast. Nowadays, I just did my job hunt experiment in March, and now I'm kind of coming after it, and I only got about 2 offers. And it's insane how long it took. Before it was just like boom, 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 and now things are taking a little bit of time. So now what I'm thinking is happening is that not only is that people worrying about the recession and what could potentially happen, not only is that going on, but also on top of that, people are getting a little bit more picky when it comes to vetoing their candidates, because guess what? Everyone and their mom can apply to things now. It's so easy with AI tools and using ChatGPT and doing all those things. It's so easy to do that. So in order to stand out in the crowd, it does take a little bit more effort because there's way more competition than before, when we used to just grab a resume and give it to somebody physically and then you get an interview on the spot. It's a little bit different now, and it sucks, but we need to learn how to navigate it. So here's what you're gonna do about it. You can't change the job market or anything, but how can you leverage how things are right now? So the first thing you wanna do is you want to check your energy. Okay, so if you're reading all this propaganda, all the things on the news about how things are happening, there's so many layoffs and everything, and yes, this can be true. I'm not saying that these things are not true. It does happen, but I'm saying if you're focusing on the things that are negative and you're filling your mind with that and you're hearing from your friends and you're hearing from all these people, how do you think that's going to make your outlook? How do you think that's going to create your belief system? And I need to call you guys out on this, because a lot of the times it's just a lot of fear mongering. At the same time, you have to think about what's happening at the same time. Yes, people are getting laid off, but yes, other people are getting promoted. They're getting other jobs and everything. And that doesn't come in hand. It just depends on what side of the coin you're looking at. So first thing you want to do is adopt this positive way of thinking. Almost go into like a little like Delulu land and think about, okay, what is true? Do I know 100% this is true, and what is true for me, or what can be true for me? So instead of, let's say, thinking like, oh, the job market is hard, you can be thinking that, okay, I just need to learn how to leverage my skills, and I need to learn how to market myself, and then I can get the job that I want. As much as we think that this negativity and everything doesn't affect us, it does, okay? It affects how we show up. It affects the energy behind our application. It affects even just how people perceive you. Even though you are kind of pursuing that you are happy and positive, if your inner mind is telling you that you're not, it is going to be very hard for you to get what you want. So change your mindset. It's going to change how you're showing up. Next thing you want to do is have some strategy. Not everybody has this. Some people are applying willy-nilly to every single job. I want you to stop that right now, okay? I need you to focus in on 1 to 2 different roles or industries that you're gonna go into and go forward with that instead of trying to kind of go all over the place. The reason being is that your resume has all of your experience and everything like that. So if you're going here, there, and here and there, your experience is not going to reflect what they are looking for. Even though you do have the experience, you need to make sure everything that's on there is put into the job that you're applying for. So you need to pick 1 or 2 things. And again, it's not set in stone. You can actually transition out of it. You can go into something different, but I swear if you hunker down and do 1 to 2 roles for a couple weeks, then you switch on to something else, that's what's going to give you the results. Next thing you want to do is tailor your resume for every single job. So basically what these AI things are doing, or these ATS forms, or whatever person that's vetoing or robot that's vetoing you, they are looking for similarities and alignment from who you are and what you show up as your resume and the application. So what you need to do is make sure that that seems like almost like identical. And again, you're not taking every single thing off there, but certain keywords need to be there, certain verbiages, things that are important to them need to be on your resume. So tailoring your resume for every single job that you apply to is going to help you. You can honestly just use ChatGPT for this. You can even let it know, and this can be your prompt, that hey, I'm rewriting my resume based on this job description. Here's my resume, here's the job description. Can you tailor this for me? Boom. Okay, so that is going to help you with where you're going to go next. It's going to save you a little bit of time. With all this technology and everything, you want to utilize it, right? Everyone talks about ChatGPT and how everything and AI is changing the world. Use it to your advantage, right? So yes, I mentioned just using it on your resume, but you can also use that to make sure that you are ready for your interviews. So for example, let's say you're interviewing for a new role that you haven't done before and you haven't really interviewed in a hot minute and you really want to make sure that what you're saying is right and everything. You can literally tell ChatGPT, say, hey ChatGPT, this is my resume. This is the job description that I'm applying to. Can you give me 10 interview questions and answers that they would ask me? And then you'll have like a whole list and it'll be based on your resume. It'll be based on the job description. So you can actually get used to what you're going to be saying and you can actually have a roster of what you're going to be saying on there. So you don't have to feel so nervous as much. You are using this to practice and there's going to be asking you questions that are similar to what they would be asking you in an interview. Is it going to be exactly the same? No, right? It's AI. But you can keep iterating, keep doing it and keep practicing. You can even ask it after you've done that prompt. You can say, give me 10 more. Okay, now give me 10 more and keep going and going and going. What I don't want you to do is just use AI and use AI as it is. That's what people do and that's kind of the downfall. You want to make sure that using AI with a touch of you, right? So the AI is to give you kind of the ideas, kind of give you the background and everything, but you need to use your own voice. People know, and so being a former recruiter myself, I know when someone is reading off a piece of paper. I know when it's AI generated because it doesn't sound like conversational. So when you are crafting those responses, make sure you're changing it. Make sure you're looking into it and make sure that what you're saying is a word that you would use. Same with if you're going to be using AI to tailor your resume, make sure that those words that are on there are things that you would use previously. Last thing you want to do is connect with the mission of the company. Now, if you're applying to jobs and you're going to corporate America and everything, it's going to be really hard for you, especially if you're someone like me who really cares about what impact you're making. And if you're going into a role that doesn't align with that, it's going to be really hard for you to find that. So applying and being a little bit selective as to what that role looks like for you and what the values this place has and everything, and then connecting to that mission is really going to show how much you've researched the company and again, going to put you in alignment with them. You want to be as close as you can. So if you can talk about the mission, you can talk about what you're excited about, you can talk about your passions and everything, that's going to help you stand out. All you have to do is just rinse, wash, and repeat. Keep doing this over and over and something will stick. All you have to do is make sure that your mindset is there and that you are pushing through and that you know that it only takes one interview, it takes one company, it takes one offer in order for you to land the career of your dreams and get to where you want to be. I hope this helps, guys. Save this video, send it to someone that needs it. And my name is Joycie. I'm a career coach. I've changed careers in the last 10 years about 7 times, doubling my income, and I teach people how to do the same. And this show and this channel is all about your career, your confidence, and getting you to be where you want to be and who you want to be. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.